Hi, my name's Logan Bell, and my idea to change the world is actually to start a therapy practice out of a van. And I know at first that sounds a little bit odd, but it's definitely my dream and my goal at some point in the near future. So anyway, kind of the practical elements of this, because I've done a lot of research on it. One main aspect of this would be the idea that the customer would be able to, like, they wouldn't have to leave and go to a therapy practice while also not being online. So it's a good, like, happy medium where they could meet someone in person, but also not have to like go through the process of actually getting to a facility every time that they have an appointment, because I could like literally just drive to them, and so it's like therapy on wheels. So I just thought it was kind of an interesting idea. But also, it's the level of comfort, I think, could definitely be improved. Cause like, for instance, I was thinking that I would first gut the van and make it very homey and very like just like nice. I would have like things like beanbag chairs, like a little table. I would serve like coffee and tea. I'm also thinking that I would like offer like art supplies and things like that, because I know art therapy can just absolutely work wonders for people. I've read so many studies about it. It's really interesting, and not just for kids either, for adults too. And so I thought that would be cool, like arts and crafts kind of stuff. And then also I'd offer games, and there's also the element within the van of being able to again, like transport people. So like, for instance, if they have a place where they feel more comfortable, for instance, like if they have an unsafe home environment, or just don't want to be in their neighborhood for whatever reason, like I can drive to like a local park where maybe they feel more comfortable, or or even just drive around, honestly, like whatever the client feels most comfortable with. And I know that sometimes also when talking about like very personal things, it can often be a lot easier when you're distracted and you're just like just driving around, or just hanging out and not having to kind of stress, not in that environment where it's very professional, I guess. I know that aspect can be a little unsettling from like my own experience with therapy. And anyway, it's just like a very laid back kind of experience where the client is able to be more just relaxed and not have to worry about all of the clinicalness of it, because it's not in like an actual facility. And I just thought it was an interesting like alternative for people who feel more comfortable in just a more relaxed environment. And then again, also the income part of it is definitely like a big piece, like I would say. And also as far as like how I would actually practically do this, I've definitely taken a lot of steps in order to begin this process. So for one, I've really worked hard to save up some money in order to hopefully buy a van in the near future. But not only that, but I'm actually starting my own small business. I'm starting an Etsy shop, and I'm going to be selling products like I'm going to begin with products like stickers and smaller items, and then I'm going to work my way up to selling my own clothing brand, is what I'm thinking with my graphic art. Anyways, and so that's like another thing that I have kind of in the works that I'm thinking, as far as saving up for my degree and for my future van and other prospects that I might need for my therapy. And then there's also the aspect of I'm thinking also of working a part-time job while I'm continuing my education. And yeah, and so I'm in the process of that also. But as far as my actual degree, like my final degree that I want to earn, I want to get my clinical counseling master's, and I want to get a certificate for specifically family and couple therapy. And so that's my like ultimate goal. And that's definitely a few years down the road till I'll have all of those processes finished. But I think in the end, I really think it could change a lot of lives once I'm able to get the certifications and the things that I need and the resources that I need. But yeah, that's more like the practical elements of it, I guess. But then the great elements of this plan, which is like the part I'm really passionate about, and the part that like I really want to focus on. One of them is like income is really big issue, because like I would be able to serve like low income areas. Like I know so many people who are always telling me like my insurance doesn't cover my therapy, like for whatever reason, like mental health isn't considered as crucial as say healthcare, but in reality, like mental health like has a large level of casualties every year, and those lives are just as important as lives lost to anything else, any other like medical condition. It's just beyond disgusting that our system doesn't support the mental health field, in my opinion. But anyways, I could support the lower income areas, and like I would not require high levels of insurance and things like that, and I can meet my clients halfway and like with income and things like that, because it would be a private practice and it would be all up to me as far as my costs and like what I would charge my clients. So I thought that was kind of cool for one thing. So then they would have the free range to, we could negotiate prices and I could stay within their budget, and also like offer lots of insurance options if they do have insurance, or if they don't have insurance, that's fine too. But anyways, like we could negotiate prices, and I just thought that was kind of interesting as far as like having a private practice. I could still make enough income for myself, and also like just support those low income areas. 20 or 30 clients, like that's not even 20 or 30 lives I would be changing. That's 20 or 30 couples, 20 or 30 families that I would be influencing, and like that's the big part that's like wow to me. But anyway, also it's the convenience, and due to like I think I might already mention this, but the high gas prices and things like that, I would be like transporting myself to their location, so they would have a therapist right outside their door, and they wouldn't have to cover those expenses, and I thought that was really cool. But not even just that, I have more elements of my great plan, but that's one of them. I also wanted to talk about my classes in child development. I've taken a lot of classes related to child development, and that's like one of the kind of great elements of my plan, is to kind of impact the lives of, especially like with families. It's really important, especially with the young kids, is to make sure that family dynamics are good between parent and child, because I know how important it is, and how influential the brain of like the developing brain of children actually is, and how easily that can be influenced. And it's very easy to any messages that you get at a young age, like even if they are meant completely like jokes, just sideways comments, anything that you filter through your child brain can easily be changed into something very negative. And so I just want to make sure that when I'm working with families, that young children and just young people in general, that they have a good relationship with their parents and a solid foundation, because like I know how important that is, and how easily like comments that aren't even purposeful can actually like due to like bad communication can actually really negatively impact and traumatize that child brain and lead to like later problems in life. But lastly, I just wanted to talk about like, again, like the personal impact, like, that's why I want to get that, certification in, marriage and family counseling, is because of the fact that, like, I personally, like, I know about the struggles of, the struggles of, having trauma, and having that childhood trauma, and also the struggles of mental health issues that can come out of that trauma, and just like understanding the impact of those early decisions. I know how to like properly speak to families and like help to change that, I guess. And like, well, not change that, but like influence that, and like try to help move communication in the right direction so that problems can get fixed before they get too severe. And so like, I guess just to kind of wrap up, my idea is basically just to find really creative and modern solutions in order to just better help the underprivileged and the underpaid like part of our country, because like it's so important. Everybody needs therapy, everybody needs help sometimes, everybody has rough times, and by helping to just better those families and influence those lives, like I could maybe really be making a difference. And so yeah, so that's basically my goal, is to just improve as many lives as I can. Thank you so much for your consideration.